What I mean by that is this. I look at, let's say, I look at an area and there's 40 listings. And just about all of them are priced at $500,000. None of them are sold. And then there's 6 or 7 pendings, and they're all in the range of $465,000. So what do you think those are going to end up closing at? In the $450,000 to $465,000 range, right? So why am I pricing at $500,000? If I already know there's pending sales, they're going to be closing in less than 60 days at that price. So now I have some ammunition to tell my lender, look, this is what's closing. Forget about what's on the market, what's actually closing. And you know what? As we've done that, it's really, we're getting offers almost on a daily basis from our stuff because of that. And so if you price ahead of the curve, that'll really go a long way, okay? We're also, I'll tell you, we're getting a little more aggressive with the way we handle the lenders. We really are. And sometimes their lack of logic. Lenders just aren't dealing with logic. And we're letting them know that. Let me tell you why. I'm going to give you 2 examples of why lenders are not dealing with logic. Number 1, if I'm an investor and I have a borrower that has a $600,000 note on my property, and that property is worth $475,000, and that borrower says, Mr. Bank, I want to keep my home. I don't want to lose my house. But your payments are about to go up, and I can't handle the new payment. I know my home is worth $125,000 less than what I owe. Can I please keep my home? Can you modify and at least keep it fixed for 5 years? You know what I'm going to do as the investor? I'm going to get a limousine to pick them up and bring them at my office and buy their kids candy and get them pizza while they're signing loan documents. That's logic, right? When in fact, lenders are saying, oh, sorry, you don't qualify, we don't like it, or our investors aren't like it. I have a good feeling that investors would really like it if they really saw a little bit more of the big picture of what's going on. Because that to me is not logic. As an investor, I have somebody that's willing to pay way more on something than what it's worth, and I'm turning them down? That's not logic. Here's another lack of logic. I can't get back to you soon enough because we don't have enough staff. Hello? Hire more people. Hire more people. Let's say each foreclosure is costing you about $50,000. That's about a year's salary of people. So if you hire 50 more people, I don't want to do the math because I'm sure it's mind-boggling, and they each save 10 to 15 properties from going into foreclosure, you're talking about gazillions of dollars. I don't know if is gazillion a word? Yeah. Okay, it works. Gazillions of dollars. Right? Is that logic, right? But you have to, sometimes they're just not dealing with logic. So we're getting a little more aggressive with that, and we're sticking to our guns, and we're telling them, hey guys, you need to, and I'm actually the guy that comes in with the machine guns firing. Monica Martinez is a nice one. Hi, how you doing? It's a beautiful day. It's nice, and she's awesome. She's solid. She keeps really good records of everything. I come in when they're not listening to us, and I come in and I'm very frank with them. I wrote a letter last week to the CEO of one of the major banks, major bank, and I said, look, I'm here to help you, but I can't help people who don't want help. I don't want to do your deals if you're going to treat us this way. I said, you're not dealing with logic. I told them exactly what we talked about here. I said, we have offers and nobody's responding to us for 60 days, not even a return phone call. Yet your reps are coming into our office wanting more business. What's that all about? Okay? And I said, this is what I said, more or less, basically this. I have way too many deals going on to waste my time with people who do not want to be helped. So you control what's going to happen here. If you're in the driver's seat, do you want me to help you, or would you prefer that I no longer touch your transactions? The CEO's office called me the next day. They're like, okay, we want to work with you. Okay? Sometimes, I'll tell you what blows my mind is that we as an industry, we're not flexing our muscles, guys. We're just not. We have the ability to make changes, but we're just not flexing our muscles enough. Okay, because we're all a team. And I tell my listeners on my radio show, they call me every day, hey Robert, my lender's not working with me, not doing anything. And I says, well, where do you bank? And they tell me where they bank. I said, that's the same lender with your mortgage? Yeah, then why do you have your money there? Take your money out. take it somewhere else where people are going to work with you. We as a real estate industry need to do that. We need to flex our muscles, say, hey guys, you need to start working with us. Because we're helping you as much as we're helping. Yeah, we're obviously going to have some commissions here, but we're saving you gazillions of dollars by doing short sales. Am I right? Are we not saving them gazillions of dollars by doing short sales? Sometimes you got to let them know that. So now, those are some of the things. We've got a little more aggressive, and I'll tell you, we haven't had any negative feedback from it. You know, it's been like, okay, we'll work with you, let's make it happen. So, you know, we've done that, and it's worked well for us. Now, once you've done all your paperwork and everything's good, and you get an offer accepted, what's the next step? The moment you get an offer accepted, you need to submit a completely ratified contract to the lender with a HUD statement, okay? So it shows them what their net is and everything. So one of the things that's really important, and it's really important to me, is that I work with an escrow officer who knows how to do short sales. Because they're a little bit different than your traditional, you know, 20% down and, you know, sellers, you know, netting $350,000, a lot different. Not a little, a lot different. So make sure you're working with somebody who knows how to handle them. The moment you get your offer accepted, right away, within 24 hours, we need to get them the HUD statement with the contract completely ratified and order demands. And in many cases, a lender's going to start at that point ordering the appraisal. There are some lenders who want to order the appraisal up front. I'm now of the opinion that I'd rather not have them order the appraisal up front, because if we don't sell the house for 2 or 3 more months, then they're going to have a price that was 3 months old. So I kind of say, you know what, let's hold up on the appraisal. We'll be ready. And some lenders have already allowed me to order my own appraisal. They said, okay, you can order your own appraisal once we go into contract.
Do you mean appraisal or BPO?
Appraisal. The lenders are going to want an appraisal and a BPO. They get both. Every deal that we've had, the lender has requested an appraisal and a BPO. There's one lender who's requested 3 BPOs and none of them have come back in 2 months. So, you know, go figure. About 2 weeks after your offer is signed, signed by the sellers, expect that the file will get assigned to a loss mitigator, and it's usually 10 business days, sometimes 15 business days. So, in the beginning of the transaction, for about 2 to 3 weeks, you're not going to know anything. You're going to be in the dark. And you're going to be stressing out, your buyers are calling you, the agent's calling you, you don't know what's going on. But I really believe that if you prepare your clients for what's about to happen, they're going to bug you much less. And they're going to feel okay. Say, hey, you know what, we're probably going to get for 30 days to relax and worry about it. You don't need to look at homes. Isn't that great? You don't need to look at 650 homes? Isn't that wonderful? Can you relax? We'll do something else. Yeah, if you keep your buyers informed on that, they're going to be okay. So once the appraisal is ordered, within about 3 or 4 weeks, you start getting feedback on when your appraisal is going to be coming in. We're saying about, I would say 30 to 45 days is probably about the norm for getting an appraisal back, depending on who you're dealing with. But call at least once per week to check in with your clients. Let them know what's going on. Okay? Let them know what's happening so they don't get anxious. Keep your buyer's agent informed of the update. So what you don't want to do is have your agent stressing out if you're representing the seller and they don't know what's going on, and they're telling the buyers, we don't know what's going on. No, keep them informed so that they stay motivated. Why do you want to keep them motivated? Because there's so many of the properties come over for sale, and they're continuing to see these other properties, and they're going to go on and start looking at the homes. The only deals that we've had that have fallen through are because of that, for the most part. They just weren't patient, and even though we explained this to the agent, they didn't explain to the borrowers, and the borrowers just went off and did something different. Now, I would say within 6 weeks, somewhere around there, your loss mitigation officer should have already received that appraisal back, hopefully, if you're dealing with a pretty good team there. And that's at the point, more or less, when they start giving you counter offers and telling you, hey, you know what, we'll accept this, but we won't accept that. And that's what I was telling you, how we're starting to now let the lenders do a little more negotiating with the buyers, instead of us negotiating with the buyers and then the lenders negotiating with the buyers. Okay, but if you really follow the proper procedures, and if you really stick to your guns, you're going to be okay. There's a couple things that you're going to get on almost every transaction. You're going to get a lender giving you a counteroffer. Okay, I had a deal with one of the major banks, and I'm keeping them all nameless for the best interest of everybody. One is all thanks, because nobody knows. I call it like it is. So thanks, I'll thank you. Well, they gave us a counteroffer, and I said no. The property's worth $450. No, we said that it's worth $490. I said no, it's worth $450. Send it back again. Okay, they came back to us 5 or 6 days later. Nope, we want $490. No, send it back again. No, it's worth. I said no. I know my market. You don't. You're in LA. I'm here. Send it back again. They send it back again the third time. No, Robert, we want. Send it back again. They send it back again. They accepted it. And so in this, honestly, we just closed it on Dumont. We just closed Dumont.